Hello there. So previously I made a video promoting a mailbag. I want to do a mailbag thing where you leave your comments and I will respond to your comments and questions, answer the questions the best I can. I want to make it clear though, when leaving comments, I want to make it clear how open-minded I am. That if I'm wrong on anything, I'm not just saying this, I'm not just blowing smoke here. I'm actually really open to being proven wrong with anything. And the thing, you might find that I'm closed-minded with things. I think the things you might find I'm closed-minded with, though, are either things I'm wrong about and I will come to being right about, or are things that have already been thoroughly thought out. When you have a thoroughly thought-out process on something, how it fully works, and you understand the ins and outs of the wrongs and the rights, you're more likely to just be closed-minded, I guess you could say, to why it's right. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. Being open-minded to the extreme would be, I'm open-minded to thinking everything is right, which doesn't work. So I'm open-minded to the extent that only before I have everything sorted out. So for example, in my God cranium video, I said that there's a spiritual feeling inside. That spiritual feeling could in fact be evidence for God. This is something I'm in the process of sorting out. So if someone says something that shows me that that's really not the case, that the spiritual feeling you have inside is not evidence for God, as I suggested it might be, then I'm open to hearing that. And until all the facts are in, how it works. See, I actually have leanings more to why that's not true. Why that's not true is because I think it's possible or likely. See, it's still the question still remains, why is that feeling there? Then that remains, why is any feeling there though? So I'm not sure how good that question is. So putting that aside, it just could very well be having the mind frame believing there's a God and connecting a feeling to it. That's just an amazing feeling. Maybe you get an amazing feeling in itself in believing there's a God, and that's a chemical reaction from the brain. So that could very well be. And so if I 100% said that there's evidence for God because we have a spiritual feeling that connects us to God, which logically that makes sense. There's logic to that. That follows through. So that could very well be. But if this brain thing that I just said is true, that debunks that logic and proves that that's wrong. So I'm open-minded to all this stuff, even things that I think could be right. If I said that that was right, this would be me showing that that's wrong. I kind of now wish I did say that that was evidence, but so now I can say that it's not and show an error in my ways. Anyhow, but other things I've been through that were wrongs. Let's go with music. Through my life, even as a kid, I had a puffy jacket. I'd stuff with tapes, had my Walkman, and always listened to music. I love music. And if I was doing YouTube channels back then, I would have been promoting all the music I loved. And listen to this, listen to that, this is amazing, blah, whatever. So what happened was, years later, I bumped into a group of people who playing music or had what to do with the people playing the music, musicians, and they convinced me that the music I was listening to was in fact not good music. It was bad music. So I was actually, because I was open-minded to and I wanted to hearing these people out, and these were actual musicians, I was convinced, what do I know about music? I'm not a musician, I don't play music. All the music I'm listening to could very well be wrong and be bad music. So I was open to that, and I actually convinced myself that I don't like any of this music anymore. I really like, if any of this music that I listened to before was played anywhere, I'd tell, shut it off, it's bad, blah, blah, and this was real. So I would have made a video that shows that this is really what's good music and this is bad music. Then, years later, I would have made another video saying, no, I was wrong. All the music that is actually really not bad music. It may not particularly be good music. You could still like it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, like complex or has its talent there. You're allowed to like it. It's not bad. It's just music. It's just rhythm, right? People making music is making rhythm. It's a matter of the rhythm you like or don't like. The vocal range you like and don't like. The sound you like and don't like. So there would have been a video of me explaining all that. I get more intelligent and I know more, so my mind gets more understanding. And now, if someone were to try convincing me there's bad music, they wouldn't be able to. Even the music, the electrical music I don't like that's made today, I wouldn't say it's bad music. I would have said it's bad music. There's another part of music I would change my mind with. I thought it was bad music just because I don't like it. And it's not made with instruments. I was really convinced it's not made with instruments, and it just sounds, I don't like how it sounds, so it's bad. It's not bad, it's just different type of music that other people like, and some people love. And maybe the feelings that I've had through the music I had growing up, they had with that music. And that's okay. Except when it comes to lyrics. That's a totally different ballgame, though. When it comes to the lyrics we're conveying to people that gives bad messaging and negative things, that's all, yeah. Anyhow, so this is the music. Then there's socialism. Socialism, I actually was convinced was actually good and needed for society. I saw all the poor people out there and all these people that were desperate for money, and the homeless people, and I thought, this makes sense to help these people. Little did I know that the socialism is in fact a cause for why there's a lot more homeless people now than before. It used to be homeless people was known like, you're crazy, you're homeless. Now there's a lot of people who are homeless because they can't get a job. The job they can get can't pay enough to pay their bills because the taxes take out so much money that they have to pay the taxes. They lose that much more money. So now you have the taxes take money from everyone and everything. So the people you have to pay having to pay taxes, so they have to charge more so they can also pay the taxes. It's literally another bill. They take money from you and they give money to you. That's what they're doing. They're providing for you, but they're also charging everyone else, and they're preventing you from being able to give that much more money. Taking away your money is also taking away your freedom. I'll get to that another time. Having opportunity to have more money and getting the more money is more freedom. We'll get to this another time. But in the meantime, I was convinced that socialism was good for society until I heard Ben Shapiro. A lot of people made the argument, they would say, socialism doesn't work. So I would argue back, let's make it work. It doesn't work. If it's good for society, we can help the poor people, we can help the homeless people. Let's make it work. I really believe this. I wanted this to happen. And my mind was changed when I heard Ben Shapiro. He said, socialism is immoral. When I heard him say this, I was just like blown away. I could not believe he was saying this thing that he disagrees with was immoral. It's one thing to say, I don't think it's good. I don't think this works. All the arguments I've heard before. But to say it's immoral, really? I was really considering, because I just started listening to Ben Shapiro at the time, so I was really just considering, let's not listen to Ben Shapiro anymore. Whatever it is, like, this guy's just saying crazy things. Why would I want to listen to a guy saying crazy things? But I wanted to hear him out. So he explained that taking money that doesn't belong to you, regardless of the reason, doesn't matter, is theft. And theft is immoral. That's simply what it comes down to. So once he said that, if I made a YouTube video saying, we need socialism, let's figure out how to make this work, put your comments in the comments section, and let's wrap our brains around figuring out a way that can make this work, and let's say present it to whoever to get it going through the government. I don't know. Let's make something up, whatever it is. Then there was someone who made a comment that said, it's immoral because it's stealing. You have to now consider the fact that, do you want something immoral like this in the society where you're outright stealing money from people? Should we be pushing this? So if you hold that stealing is 100% wrong 100% of the times, you cannot be for this. I'm someone who believes that. Stealing is 100% wrong 100% of the times, no matter what. Robin Hood is immoral. I've actually heard people discuss whether Robin Hood is moral or not. And Robin Hood is immoral because he's stealing. That's very simple. It might seem nice, you could paint it nicely. He's helping people, he's making all these poor people happy because he took from people who the money doesn't really matter to them. It doesn't matter, he's stealing. He's a thief. He's a proud thief, but he's a thief no less. He's a villain. He's not a hero. People may want to paint Robin Hood as a hero. He's not a hero. Okay, anyhow, that's what I gotta say about all that. Hopefully people will subscribe and comment, and we'll get something really good going, and hopefully I've explained the depth to my open-mindedness, and you're actually not going to think that I'm closed-minded, and I don't think I can be proven wrong with anything. So, I think this is important. All the best. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.